one.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Annie wins for the first time. She wins, Luca.
Yay!
And she wins Ingo. Oh.
It's spring.
Great.
Yay! Where are we going? Beaches.
No. Guys, let me get off for myself. You guys can go on. Die! Daddy! Dad, can we go in the house now?
Friends, wanted to do a quick intro to this next video. Spring break, want to do a little recap of that. Much needed time. Oh my gosh, we found ourselves just really needing this break. Feels like we've just been not busy, but just in a bit of a groove, and I always find that we need just breaks, like tucked in breaks, intentional time to just reconnect, remember what matters, be together, just play. For me, that's like everything, just getting out of my head, getting out of my routine, just resting, playing, like not having anything to do. We were able to do that. We did it on Maui. We went to Napili side, which is like the west side of the island, Lahaina side, and we rented a house that was really just a kiss for us to just be able to go to and refresh. The reason for the intro is because there was something that happened that I want to show a clip of, and definitely needs a little intro to, otherwise you won't understand the full effect of it. But basically, the house that we were staying in had a couple of kayaks, and if you would like to stay in this house too, that's also an option. That's not why I'm making this video, but it's a friend of ours that manages the property, and if the house, while you're watching this video, stands out to you as something that you want to check out or stay at, let us know and we'll get you that info. So yeah, there was a kayak at the place, and so a couple of kayaks along with other things, and Grant took the girls out on the kayak one morning. Really sweet, let me rest and have like the morning off, and he goes about leaving after they were done with the kayak, leaving the kayak like standing up and down by the rock wall to get in and out of the beach, that kind of like was in front of the house or whatever, that backed the house. And we ran out for food. He was thinking nothing of it. He's like, I'll bring it up when we get back, because it was just very heavy and a bit of a task to get it back up there. So he's like, well, we may take it out later, or I'll just do it when we get back. We'll just run out really quick. So excuse me, so we run out to lunch and we come back, and I'm like sitting in the car, and Summer and Grant had gotten out of the car, and I just hear Summer, mom, come here quick. And I walk out of the car, and I see Grant's shorts, his hat, his phone, his ear pods, and like all of his stuff like kind of scattered everywhere. And I'm like, what is going on? I look down and I see him in the water with the kayak that had been drawn out into the ocean, and one of the caps ended up coming off while it got pulled out into the water. And I just look over and I see Summer like, Dad, you can do this. Dad, you got this. And she was standing in front of him, and I was surprised he wasn't naked, honestly, but he had switched into his swim shorts. He had stripped down all his clothes, thrown all his stuff everywhere, and he had a bathing suit that was sitting out on the wall. So he quickly threw that on, jumped into the water, and he was like, oh my gosh, trying to get this kayak up. Well, it had filled with sand and water because that cap had come off, and so he's wrestling with it. Then I'm like, what do we do? How can I help you? I jump to go and help him, and he's pushing it, I'm pulling it. I pull my back out because it was so heavy. I'm like pulling it from a down to up angle. I pull my back out, so then I'm out of commission. I'm like, babe, I'm so sorry. Like I'm still trying to help him. I'm like in pain. I knew I had just done that. I don't typically do that, but I could feel the pain instantly when I pulled the kayak up, and we're strug. Like, oh my gosh, Grant's trying to push the thing up. he had told Summer, he's like, babe, you got to get out of the way. Like, get out of the way. That's part of the clip that you'll see. But anyways, we end up having to leave it because we couldn't figure out a way to get it up. The people that lived down the street had seen the kayak in the water still, because we had to just leave it and walk away and like figure out another plan. Grant had a work call right after that, like within 10 minutes of him jumping in the water. He had a business call that he had to jump on. So he quickly jumps out of the water, jumps on this call that he had to do for work. We're trying to figure out another plan. I look down, I see the neighbors grabbing the kayak and like trying to get it out now. And I'm watching them like from the balcony upstairs or whatever, and I'm watching them wrestle with it. And we end up, after Grant gets off the call, he like walks down over to the neighbors, and they're like, dude, this thing is probably like 1,000 pounds right now because it has sand and water inside of it. So they have to tow it out with a boat tow. That's how we ended up getting it out of the water, draining the thing, driving it back over. Oh my gosh, it was just like a crazy moment in our time, and a like really funny memory that I know we'll laugh about and look back on. Funniest part for me was Summer like, Dad, you can do it. Dad, you got this. So cute, like so adorable. Also wanted to show a clip of Summer in this video. Summer used to always say that she was Moana, and Moana, this is gonna sound really ridiculous, but I never realized Moana was in Hawaii. I always thought Moana was like in the Philippines or Thailand. I have no idea why I thought that. Never put the two and two together that Moana was based in Hawaii, and you know, all the symbolisms and stuff like that. Never put two and two together. That was always a very special movie for our family. Summer always thought she was Moana, literally when she was 2 years old, was still learning how to swim, and looks at me one day and she goes, Mom, the ocean chose me, Mom. Like that line in Moana. And would jump into the deep end in the pool and like run into the deep and just like think that she was like literally Moana, and she was yet like swimming. We always joked like, you are Moana. Like, so there was this video I found of her. I was looking for it for a while. Reminded me of her on this paddleboard this past trip that we took. And she was on the paddleboard. It reminded me of her. So when we moved into a house that we moved into in Florida, one of the things that we were going to clear out was this old lawn chair. And so she turned it into a boat and was pretending that she was Moana on it. And I go in the backyard and I'm like, babe, what are you doing? This is when she was probably 6, yeah, maybe even older, maybe even, yeah, like 6 or 7. And I go in the backyard and I'm like, babe, what are you doing? She's like, she was having a like Moana moment, in full character, had the soundtrack on, had the costume on. So adorable. And so finally, obviously, I realized that Moana is from Hawaii, like duh. And you know, not recently, but a little while ago before we moved here, the full circle moment happened for me where I'm like, okay, Moana's from Hawaii. Wow. Like the whole time I didn't realize that this story was really significant to our family, you know, the soundtrack, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, so full circle moment with Summer on the paddleboard on this trip, and just me remembering her as Moana all these years, thinking she's Moana, and just being like, wow, you know, God is always speaking through random things even, and just how he was speaking even back then about us being here, and I didn't even realize it, like truly. Anyways, take those breaks and refresh, so important. We, you know, for us, we were like, do we do it? Do we do a quick trip away, and is it necessary? You know, all that kind of stuff. And just yes. Like I was recharged in so many forms from just like 5 days away, you know, and wasn't even that far from where we live. And just being together is so important for us as a family. Like just to get outside of our little bubble, outside of our routine, and really look into each other's eyes and have fun and snuggle and watch movies, play, eat good meals, and adventure and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be sharing soon too about how we're going to be merging our worlds of Maui and Florida soon as well, and some other exciting things. So remember to subscribe so you get the news on that as soon as we post it. And yeah, thankful that you're here, and enjoy. All right, guys.
can't tag back, right? New rule.
No.
Tag again.
I thought you can't tag back.
Yeah, Dad, you
Oh,
can.
so is that the rule?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come and get me, guys.
Tag.
Oh, hair doesn't count.
Your hair doesn't count.
Ha!
Mama's here. Watch out. You cannot run.
My friends, my family, cross. Hallelujah. I got the Chick-fil-A sauce. That's how it goes.
You see it? You see it? Waving. Literally waving.
Is he waving?
Yeah.
There's a baby there too.
Guys, he's waving.
Where's the cap?
Watch out, watch out.
This looks like Cape Town.
I know, it really does. Yes, darling, I'll get it for you, yeah? I have to refill it. Show me your boat, girl. Show me. Show me. Show me your boat, Moana. Yes! I love that. Can you sing me a song? Is that your oar? That's called an oar. It's what you use to go in the ocean, like what you're doing, exactly what you're doing. Are you sailing?
Give me one.